I play Ruth, who works in the hospitality department, and she likes for everything to go just so. And she thinks Mr. Wilford is the bee's knees and wants to keep his law and order on the train and likes everything to be nice and pretty and perfect and correct.
I'm Andre Layton, who is less of a fan of Mr. Wilford, and sort of when we meet, I'm relegated to the tail, but am pulled out to help with a situation on the train because in my past life I was a homicide detective, and sort of through that gain access to the rest of the train, and I also have sort of big ideas about things that need to change for my people in the back, and all of this new information is helpful with that, and I spark up a very lovely friendship with Bess Till.
I am Bess Till, also known as the Muscle. I am essentially a cop on the train. We're called brakemen, and we are hired by Wilford to make sure law and order is alive and kicking.
Layton's sort of moral compass when we meet him is like pretty firm, and the things that challenge it aren't actually the perks of the world. He is so frustrated by the fact that these people have so much where his people have so little that he refuses to participate in it almost to a fault, I think. But there are things that end up presenting challenges to his sort of hard and fast morality that he's allowed to have at the beginning because of lack of information. That's the big thing that opens up to him with the rest of the train is information, and that changes everything. The train is not what he thought it was, even though he was pretty sure that like there were a bunch of who were like living the high life. What's crazy is when you watch the show, it feels very kind of high tech. I don't know, the magic it feels like you're on a train. If you're watching when you're not shooting and you're sitting outside of the set watching how this train works, it's like a bunch of people on a seesaw and like this big like pinwheel thing to create a light effect that someone's essentially just waving outside of the windows like just so that it feels like moving. It's all like really practical magic, which I think it's another thing that ends up being really useful for us because this show would have been way harder if we were just surrounded by 4 green walls, right?